let's get started. And we are continuing on with where we left off. Into the Mist, the final mission. Watch this be like such a short mission, but I also think it's going to be slightly long because there's going to be a lot of information we're going to get. Curious, isn't it? I want to know more. I want to know more than anything. Yet part of me is still terrified. But having come so far, I can't turn from the truth now. If everyone is feeling up to it, let us go and have our answers. And now we begin the seeds of 8.0. Although I am also interested, very interested in seeing what 8.0 will bring. Like, we had a new tank in Shadowbringers, and it's been 2 expansions. So a new tank and new healer. And then this most recent one, we got magical ranged and melee. Which I'm going to assume we're going to get another fizz range. And... oh, nice. Fizz ranged. And maybe... it'll either be a tank or a healer. It'll be one of the two. But I definitely think we're going to get a new fizz ranged. Because we don't need another melee. We don't need another magical DPS. We definitely need another fizz range. But we also can need another tank and a healer. So I'm going to say fizz range and tank. Oh no, I don't think it's going to get tank because we had paladin. So we're going to get a fizz range and healer next expansion. That's my prediction.
Ere I begin my tale, there is something about our family that you need to understand. We are descendants of the Speakers of Eld, and I myself am the latest to inherit the role. But even as we do our utmost to ensure our people's welfare in our adopted home, it has ever been our duty to find a means to return whence we came. Alas, our ancestral treasure never did answer our prayers. And that left my elder sister, the previous speaker, mired in doubt. It was then, when she was at her most vulnerable, that preservation reached out to her.
The key is none other than that relic, and it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership.
We've heard this part before, from my parents' memories. My mother was your sister.
She was, which makes you an heir to the Speaker's legacy. The last message I received from your parents said that in order to thwart Preservation's design, they must send away both their daughter and the key. I now understand what became of the former. As for the latter, through conversing with your friends, I gleaned with whom it currently resides.
And is it your wish that we give it back?
We Milala are the people of Treno now. Here is where we've put down our roots. The moment Elila relinquished the key, she relinquished our claim to it as well. But be that as it may, my sister gave up not only her life, but her darling daughter to prevent its misuse. It is my duty to ensure that its new bearer is worthy. So, should it answer your call as it never did ours, how would you use the key's power?
Honestly, it would be to explore worlds yet unknown. But I don't see to save lives and perform other such feats of heroics. It's like I don't consider it heroics, just trying to save lives. But we still know so little about it. Still not sure.
The very fact that you don't have an answer is proof that you understand the weight of this power and do not take it lightly.
Yeah, see?
And what's more, there's your friendship with my niece. I dare say that speaks well of your character.
By the by, do you have any records pertaining to the key here in Treno?
Would that we did. But Delilah took everything with her when she joined Preservation. If aught remains, it would be in Alexandria.
And so we find ourselves returned to our original course.
Shale may have made some progress. Perhaps it's time to bring our visit to an end. But by that, I don't mean to say that I don't feel welcome in Treno. You've all been so kind and accommodating. And in many ways, it's my hometown. It's just that, well,
She doesn't know it. Wait, so that makes them cousins.
It's all right, my dear. It is true that some feel bound by blood or birthplace, but I don't believe that your parents would have wanted that for you. They devoted their lives to understanding the key so that future generations would not be burdened by it. As we have chosen Treno, so too should you choose the place you call home. A place where you can bloom and grow with fearless joy.
Considering that Treno is not the original location the Milala came from.
I will.
We must give you a proper send-off, though. Wait for us by the gate, will you? A word of caution, Keeper of the Key. As you know, it is a relic that has traveled across centuries and worlds, passing through countless hands, oft beckoning to those ruled by ambition or avarice. Indeed, some have wondered if it chooses its master. But I believe differently. I believe that some inexorable force, call it fate, if you will, ushers it from one bearer to the next. Be wary, for fate's regard now falls upon you.
Not ominous at all. Oh, who's she? Well, I think we found our next person for the adventure hook.
Thank you all for everything.
We're the ones who should be thanking you. You fought so many times for us.
I've tended to the people's immediate hurts, but see that they receive appropriate care as they recover.
I still can't believe you took down the Dawntrail. Just like that. You're my hero, truly. And I'm sure Mum and Dad and everyone else we lost will rest easier now that it can never hurt anyone again.
For my part, I cannot thank you enough for supporting my plan for the barrier. Not to mention that we wouldn't even have the electrope to restore it without your aid. I can't wait to see what else we can do now that the mine is back in service. Kryl. O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. Remember that, will you? Whatever shore you choose.
Of course, those words and our people will always be in my heart.
After so long without her, I had begun to forget what my sister was like. Her face, her voice, fading like the mist. All I could remember clearly was her resolve as we parted for the last time. But now I've seen her again. In you, sweetheart. Thank you for bringing her back to me. It is a joy to have met you, Cryle.
You too, Aunt Mealy.
I know your home lies far from here, but to us you'll always be family. Come and see us once in a while, won't you?
I will. My comrades have found a treatment for Levin's sickness, so I'll bring it to Treno as soon as I can.
My, you certainly have no shortage of accomplished friends. We'll await your return, my dear. Life is full of surprises when one lives in hope. Isn't that right, Delilah?
It feels a bit like a dream, but even should I wake, I'll remember it. I'll remember them. On a practical note, I am more certain than ever that Shale's work will yield vital insights into the key. I look forward to speaking with her when we arrive in Solution 9. If you don't mind, might we first make our way to Resolution? Ghostin will be wondering about my absence. Heavens, yes. I apologize for keeping you from your duties for so long. Think nothing of it. I was more than happy to be part of your adventure, and Ghostin will forgive me once I tell him of Treno. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I just realized there's more crafting that needs to be done. There's so much that I need to do. And I also need to finish the Arcadian. Ah, this explains much. I wondered why I had seen neither hide or hair of your majesty these past days. I asked, where have you been? It's quite a long story. however stalwart your companions, traversing the Mist Continent with no knowledge of what awaited is extraordinarily reckless. That I cannot deny, but it availed us much. We have the opportunity to resume diplomatic relations with a longtime ally. And as I did not, in fact, come to harm, all is well that ends well. Should you feel compelled to go on any other excursions in the future, I expect you to notify me beforehand. Yes, of course. It was remiss of me. I apologize. Duty calls is most insistent. Nevertheless, whenever you require my aid, please do not hesitate to seek it. Alright, Shell, what do you have for us? You're back. How'd it go? Did you find the way down? Trina. I've heard the name. Incredible that it's sheltered the Malala all this time. What's more, the mirror was able to share the story of the key from her perspective. She believes that the historical documents pertaining to it are stored in Preservation's archives. They could be. Though our work isn't done yet, we've made progress on the decryption. I was on my way to the containment complex to review the data in situ. In that case, allow me to accompany you. Though it may be incomplete, I should like to review the information available. We'll contact you as soon as we've made some sense of it. Alright, what are you two going to do? In the meantime, might I suggest that our Warrior of Light get a good night's sleep or two? You never know what manner of hellish technology will be after us next. In Crow, I assume you'll be wanting to familiarize yourself with the care and feeding of Porxies. Indeed, while I'm aware of the principles, I was needed elsewhere when the others were treating the Levin afflicted. I shall have to ask Ishtola to instruct me. Oh, you could find Alizé. 'Tis the least I can do for my family. I intend to visit them whenever possible, but my home will always be here in the Source. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Alright! Alright, give us our cutscene.
Now, there is much to be done. With access to the mine restored, I'd like to explore methods to expand our food production systems. I look forward to your insights. Oh, my poor heart.
I only meant to steal a glimpse while we were in the area. But our eyes definitely met, didn't they? Oh, that's not ideal. Such fearsome instincts to perceive me as a threat in an instant. But I shouldn't be surprised. It's the Source's vaunted hero, after all.
Homarut!
Oh, dear me! Oh.
One need hardly be the warrior of light to notice you. You're far from subtle.
Calyx.
As if the horns and scales weren't enough, you insist upon dressing for another century. Those clothes must be as old as I am. Where is your robe?
You mean the robe that practically announces me as an Ascian? Not that I don't intend to reveal that detail, but it will be at a time of my choosing.
So we have Homarut, Calyx.
Besides, if one of us can't help but draw the eye, it's you. Oh, Calyx, how you've grown. Smaller, that is, and surprisingly cute-ish.
Put me down.
Jests aside, we will be departing the 9th all too soon. If you wish to say your goodbyes, I could find you a vessel and mold it to match your preferred presentation.
Don't you dare. I will not debase myself by occupying a living body ever again. And in any case, to travel the rift as you do requires the shedding of one's flesh, does it not?
I apologize if I upset you. Your understanding is, in essence, correct. The magics cannot bring a vessel through the rift. Ergo, you must discard it and assume a form of pure ether until you reach the other side. However, that doesn't mean you need discard everything like so much refuse. Using fissures such as this, one can easily send small amounts of matter between reflections. Matter such as your archived memories.
All the more reason to remain as I am. At present, I could pass through a fissure myself. And as this form suffices for surveying the material realm, I see no reason to expend effort searching for a replacement. I wish only to observe. That is enough.
Very well. I shan't press. Nevertheless, odd though you may look, I would encourage you to bid farewell to those to whom you have attachment. For now that you failed, unless our hero changes course, this world is doomed to die.
I had hoped to banish death from their lives. Why should it come to all, whether they will it or no? Why must any accept this burden and grief? It was never about any one person. So no, there are none with whom I would exchange fond farewells. But so long as mankind yet survives, I can hold fast to my faith.
I love
That
this
my
song.
life's work might again bring someone's salvation.
Hold fast you must, as we press ever onward. For soon it begins, and every world shall tremble. The Winterers must be prepared to outlast the great withering to come.
That's your ominous prediction, is it?
No, it's nature's proclamation. Can't you hear it? It echoes in the silence, left by the will of the star.
Wither blows fate's wondering will, for gray clouds passage winter's chill. Alright. We move on eventually to 7.5. Don't know when that'll be at time of recording, but I'll have stuff going on. I will also have SWO Tour. I'll be uploading SWO Tour, getting a bunch of stuff done, recording that, uploading it. I might even start streaming it again, we'll see. Until then, be good to yourself, take care of yourself and others, and see you soon. Laters.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control?